Chelsea lineup versus West Ham United. Felix, Mudryk and Madueke to start in 4-2-3-1 formation. Welcome back, fellow Blues and all football fans. Subscribe if you're new here. Chelsea will face London rivals West Ham United at the London Stadium in an early Saturday kickoff. Graham Potter's side will be hoping to get back to winning ways after a 0-0 draw against Fulham, and Chelsea have every night to be hopeful given West Ham's vulnerable position. The Hammers sit 17th in the table with 19 points, just 1 point above the relegation zone. Chelsea are finally seeing some of their injured stars return as Reece James started the last game, whereas Ben Chilwell came on with the final stages of the game for a 6-minute cameo. Mateo Kovacic is in contention to feature against the Hammers. Mudryk was suffering from a bad cold and was taken off at halftime against Fulham but should be back for the West Ham tie. N'Golo Kante is doing very light training and is still far away from returning to the matchday squad. Another big boost could be the potential return of Wesley Fofana. The Frenchman has trained with the team and should be available for selection. Denis Zakaria is still recuperating from his thigh injury. Joao Felix also returns after serving his 3-game suspension after picking up a red card against Fulham. Potter could unleash a strong side against West Ham and inflict more damage on David Moyes' side, who are already struggling in the league. Chelsea will be hoping to pick up 3 points on the road as they begin their top 4 ascent. Chelsea lineup versus West Ham United. Goalkeeper. Kepa has been impressive in the recent run of games and kept his 4th consecutive clean sheet in the Premier League during the 0-0 draw against the Cottagers. The Spaniard will be hoping to carry on his fine form against the Irons. Defense. Right back Reece James. Reece James returned from injury last weekend, starting against Fulham and lasting 60 minutes before being taken off for Cesar Azpilicueta. James should be in contention to start against West Ham, albeit this time lasting the whole of 90 minutes, as the Englishman will look to use his pace and attacking instincts to bombard down the right flank. Centre back Thiago Silva. Even at the age of 38, Thiago Silva is going strong, producing a robust display week in week out in the backline. Silva and Chelsea are in advanced negotiations to extend his deal for 1 more year, as the Brazilian continues to be the best defender on pitch for the Blues. Centre back Benoit Badiashile. Even though Fofana is ready to start, Potter might want to ease the Frenchman and first give him a cameo appearance. Benoit Badiashile and Silva have forged a solid partnership in the backline, and getting past them is proving to be an impossible task for the opposition attackers. Badiashile has been composed on the ball and deserves to start against Moyes' side. Left back Ben Chilwell. Ben Chilwell played a 6-minute cameo against Fulham and should now be available to start. Marc Cucurella has not been able to assert himself at Chelsea and should now take a backup role as Chilwell returns from a long-term injury. The former Leicester City man could start his first game for Chelsea since November. Midfield. Central midfield Enzo Fernandez. Without a doubt, Chelsea's marquee signing must start after impressing on his debut last time around. Enzo Fernandez has energy, drive and directness that Chelsea midfield had been missing. Without a doubt, the Argentine is one of the first names on the team sheet. Central midfield Conor Gallagher. Conor Gallagher started alongside Fernandes last time around and given the scarce midfield option for the Blues. This duo would continue against West Ham. Kovacic could feature in the same capacity, but he has just returned and Potter won't deploy the Croatian unless absolutely necessary, as rushing him in the team could increase the risk of a recurrence injury. Attacking midfield Joao Felix. Mason Mount hasn't been clicking in recent games and is struggling to produce quality passes and through balls in the initial third. The Englishman has been an important part of Potter's setup, but recent performances have raised questions over his inclusion. Felix is returning after serving his 3-game suspension and could be raring to start behind the striker. Felix provides much more attacking support than Mount and should be a world-class addition to the lineup. Attack, right wing, Noni Madueke. Noni Madueke came on as a substitute in the Fulham game but should be handed his first Chelsea start against West Ham at the expense of Hakim Ziyech. Although Ziyech has been impressive in the last few games, Madueke is a live wire who can raid down the right flank and impose himself on the West Ham defenders. Striker David Datro Fofana. Kai Havertz has done little to stake his claim on the starter's role. The German has disappointed in the striker's role, and Potter must now consider David Datro Fofana, especially after his performance against Fulham. The Ivorian was spirited against the Cottagers and deserves a full-fledged chance to showcase his talent. Fofana ended up staying with the Blues despite rumors of a loan deal, and now is the time to give the 20-year-old a chance to impress. Left wing Mikhailo Mudryk. Mikhailo Mudryk was taken off at halftime as the Ukrainian was struggling with a severe cold during the Fulham game. Mudryk looked out of sorts and overwhelming in that game, but with the 22-year-old now fit, he should retain his starting place. Mudryk combining with Chilwell will be an interesting combination on the left flank. Thank you for watching Chelsea Online. Do not forget to subscribe and keep an eye on my channel for your latest Chelsea news.